Hey, sports card fans, it's John, Boggs fan. It is Friday night, day 3 of the National. It's been a little while since I posted a video. Uh, my wife and I headed out to Chicago on Monday, spent a couple days just doing some things around southern Chicago where we're staying. Didn't go to the National on Wednesday, so my first day was Thursday, yesterday. Didn't buy anything, just sort of soaked everything in, did some scoping out, was looking for some vintage. Didn't quite see what I was initially looking for, so I'm going to have to rethink some things there. So today I wanted to focus on my 1978 top set that I'm working on. So I noticed there were several different dealers that had binders of 78 tops. So I literally spent today sitting down at about 3 tables and going through their 78 tops, marking things off the checklist. In all, I did very well. I bought 155 cards for my set, all in really good condition, really well centered, nice corners. And these weren't just commons. I picked up a pretty good handful of Stars Hall of Famers. I'll show them off here in a minute. But I'm saving Saturday and Sunday to try to refocus back on vintage cards. Really didn't see any Wade Boggs cards as I expected. There were a few there, and I believe the ones at least that I saw I already had. So I didn't go into this expecting to pick up any Boggs, and I probably won't, which is fine. But my challenge now for the next 2 days is to focus and try to figure out what vintage cards I want to pick up. I still have a very sizable budget. I've only spent $75. That's it so far. And so I have a decent amount to spend these last 2 days, hopefully picking up, several vintage cards, maybe one big one. We'll see how that works out. I originally wanted to look for a 1955 Topps Hank Aaron in maybe a 2 or a 3. Found 4 way overpriced. Even the 2 that I found was sort of overpriced, and I didn't see many others. I may have, there may have been some on Wednesday that sold, or Thursday before I got around to some of the tables. So refocusing, maybe taking a look at some Karya Yastrzemski cards, trying to build that player run. I have his 75 to 80. Maybe looking at doing some of the earlier 70s, or maybe picking up some of the ones from the 60s. Maybe a 55 Bowman Aaron. I did see a couple. I didn't inquire about pricing, so I don't know how that's going to fall. Maybe another Aaron or Ted Williams. Ted Williams is always a good buy in terms of vintage, so we'll see. I have my work cut out for me these next 2 days, but without further ado, let's go take a look at some of the 1978 Topps cards I picked up for my complete set. All right, obviously I'm not going to show all 155 cards that I got. Most of them are commons, but here are the stacks that I picked up. And just to give you a brief idea of the quality of these cards, and these are all very well centered, nice corners. There's a Keith Hernandez, Bill Russell, Ron Fairley, Jim Barr. Especially the last dealer I went to. Actually, I ran out of time today. It started to be about 5:45. They were telling everyone to leave, and so I only got through one of their 2 binders, but they had very high quality 78s, and they were selling the commons for 25 cents each. Most of these cards, except for the ones I'm going to maybe show individually here, I picked up for either 25 cents or 30 cents, and since I bought a whole bunch, they usually knocked off a couple bucks, so it turned out to be even less. But here's some of the like star cards, Hall of Famers that I picked up. Here is the record breaker. Let's see if this will focus here. A Brooks Robinson. Got the Willie McCovey record breaker. There we go. Hopefully the background will show you how sharp some of these corners are. All of them are pretty well centered. Here's a Phil Necro. Again, for $1.25, I mean, I couldn't pass these up. There's no way I can get these on eBay. I mean, the shipping alone is probably more than the card, let alone paying for the card. Here's a pretty nice Pete Rose. Maybe a little off-center top to bottom, but otherwise a nice sharp card for $6. Mark Fidrich. Here's a really nice Thurman Munson. $2.50. Rich Goose Gossage. Larry Boa for 50 cents, but nice sharp card. I'm basically looking for ones that if I were to grade, that would come back at least a 7. And a lot of these, I think would, some of these could maybe even come back 8s. Again, really well centered, not perfect, but they're better than, you know, some of the 7/8s are just so off centered. Here's a Burt Blyleven, 75 cents. Look at that. 1978 tops, love it. Bobby Bonds. I say Lupa, you say Nella, Lupinella. Got a Jim Palmer, $1.50. Lou Brock, $1.50. And like I said, you know, after I bundled these and bought the whole, you know, lot there, you know, I'm sure these got knocked down a little bit. Check out this Robin Yount for $3. That's a sharp looking card right there. Padres team card. These team cards are so hard to find well centered. Got a nice Reggie Jackson, $4. That would definitely grade a 7. But again, I'm not looking to grade these. I'm just looking to put together a really nice complete set. Here are the batting leaders: Dave Parker, Rod Carew, 75 cents. Victory leaders: you got 2 Hall of Famers: Steve Carlton, Jim Palmer. Leading fireman: Raleigh Fingers. Angels team card, $1. Check out this Carlton Fisk, $2. That is just a gorgeous card. I always love that Carlton Fisk card. Whitey Herzog, 40 cents. Check out this Mike Schmidt for $6. Look at the centering on that. Just gorgeous. Bobby Cox, 50 cents. Got a Joe Torre. Again, just 50 cents. Dennis Eckersley. Check this one out. Centering as well. That's just a gorgeous card. $2. Earl Weaver, $1. Again, I spent a total of, with all these cards, 155 cards, spent $75. 50 cents here for Bill Verdon. Nice Steve Garvey. Mets team for $1. Really nice Tom Seaver. well centered. Edges a little bit rough, maybe that corner, but gosh, for $5, and again, I ended up getting it for a little bit less. And the last one is Bob Lemon. So yeah, did very well. I think I was at about 38% of the set. And with these cards here, and again, I need to go back to that one table to go through their second binder of the second half of their 78s. The way the numbers that they had and the condition that they had, I could easily get maybe 50 more that I need for my set. But right now, I went from 38% complete to 60% complete. Picked up some of the bigger names, the higher priced cards. Got good deals on them. So when I'm done, I should need just a small group of comments here and there, and go out and find some of those other Hall of Famers like the Nolan Ryan and some of the others to add to my complete set. But one of my goals is checked off for making a dent in my 78 cents. So really, really happy about that. And now I said it's off the last 2 days to see if I can spend some money on some PSA vintage cards. So that's all I have. Hopefully I'll have one more update before the show ends. And I plan on doing some wrap-up compilation video of everything, showing some video of the show itself, booths and things like that. And so until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.